Sort that out and get home.
Look, he's doing it, look. That's exactly what he's doing.
Thank you to those that have come today in support of this cause. It will be happening every Monday for the foreseeable from 6 p.m. till 9 p.m. So, my name is Charlene and I'm a mother of two, and I've been a Stevenage resident since I moved here back in 2010. I'm originally a council estate kid from East London. And I watched my town change before my eyes when they first started letting in illegal immigrants. I was a young mother back then, and many
Hello everyone, I am
attacks
here.
and
I'm
sexual
just
assaults on women and kids
being quiet for the
and even
speech.
young boys happened on my streets. So I decided to take my little girl and move somewhere where I knew we could be safe. Stevenage gave us that at the beginning, and I rented a flat and things were looking up. It was great. It was a great area to be. People were great. But then that started spilling over here, where they're letting in illegal immigrants into these hotels. So last year, in this very spot where you're all standing, me and my then 17-year-old daughter, who has mild learning difficulties, were out in town having a girly Saturday shopping, as you do with your kids. And a big group of migrant men from this very hotel that you can tell are not of Western culture or British heritage were loitering outside this hotel, drinking beer, smoking cigarettes and also marijuana, as many of us know what that smells like. Beer cans all over the floor, rubbish everywhere. And me and my daughter were walking past, and about 5 of them started heckling us in broken English. Something along the lines of, "Oh baby, we talk, come here." To which I replied, quite rightly so, "Fuck off, I'm not interested." Now my daughter, having learning difficulties, was quite overwhelmed by this and clung on to me as they tried to block us from passing. Again, they continued heckling, and my concern was just protecting my daughter. The more I said fuck off, the worse they heckled, to which then one of them decided to expose his genitalia at us. I, of course, tried to kick him away and pull my daughter away, who was very clearly shaken and upset by this experience, who had never ever seen or been exposed to anything of that kind of behaviour. We saw a PCSO on patrol about half an hour later, to which I reported what happened. He didn't take none of my details, didn't write anything down, just said, "I will go up and investigate," and just walked off, and I never heard anything again. Now my daughter is still scared to go out and come to this town, especially this area. She only visits friends at their houses now, or they come to mine, or she goes to a place where there's no hotels. Now how is that right? How is it right that our women and children feel like their freedom is limited because the government think it's okay to house unvetted, obviously culturally different in how you behave towards our women and children in our Western society and our communities, who don't seem to care how young and innocent they are, who don't respect that our women have men and husbands at home. We are just there for the taking, to abuse verbally, sexually and physically in our once safe communities, which we are all paying taxes for. Oh, but you can't say anything. And why can't us, the natives, the ones that come here legally and integrate to live by our Western laws, why can't we say anything? Because if we do, we're labelled far-right racists. And that has to stop. I am done with political correctness, because political correctness has put our women, our children and even our young men in our towns in danger. Since when was wanting to keep our women and